Why is it that so many women struggle to receive success? And how do we go about healing that? Hello, my beautiful sunshiners. I wanted to ask something that might surprise you. And I've been thinking about it quite a lot actually, because this happens to me, still happens to me. But have you ever noticed how when good things start to happen in your business or in your life, you sometimes find yourself pulling back? Maybe you downplay your wins, or you avoid charging what you deserve, or you even feel a little bit uncomfortable when somebody gives you a compliment. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone and it isn't your fault. This is something that happens especially to women, but it happens quite a lot. For so many women, the ability to receive, success, praise, abundance, it feels unsafe for us. It's like an invisible wall that's built from childhood stories, past experiences, or even cultural conditioning. We're taught to be useful and to serve and to put others first, but not necessarily to receive. And I think that needs to change, really needs to change. Because what this does, it creates a deep conflict inside us. And you want to, you want to grow your business, you want to make an impact, you want to earn what you deserve. You just might want to change your life if you're not doing anything in your business. You might be the person in the family that's, the one that everybody turns to and all that kind of stuff, but you want to change that. But something inside you is saying, is it really okay for me to have that, for me to change that, for me to want to do that? What if I'm seen as too much? What if, people look at me in a different way? Does any of this resonate with you? Is this something that you feel that happens to you on perhaps a daily basis? So if you've been there, and I know I have, and I still go there occasionally, especially if I'm putting something new out there, I then start to question myself. Doubt creeps in, I self-sabotage, all that kind of stuff, but I do have the tools to be able to pull myself back. I want you to know this, okay? It's possible to heal this pattern. You can learn to receive with grace, with softness and confidence, which is another thing that gets knocked, our confidence, because receiving is not about greed and it's not about selfishness. It's about honouring your worth and your contribution. And again, this doesn't matter whether you run a business or not. It could just be in your personal life as well, where you feel that, you want something more, or you want something back for what you're giving to other people. One of the first steps I guide my clients through is to reframe what receiving actually means. And it's not about taking more than your share. It's about you allowing yourself the fullness of your gifts. It's giving permission to yourself to be whole, to be supported, and to thrive. So many people think that it's so selfish for us to want to have more. Like years ago, it was, oh, women stayed at home and they just had a family. But what if that's not what you wanted? I was watching a video the other day on, it was on Facebook actually, it was on a Facebook reel, and I think it was a diamond video, and it was a lady of colour who was being told by her family that she had to get married and she had to have, children and all this kind of stuff, and she wanted to be a surgeon. But they were putting so much pressure on her to not want that life, not to be a surgeon. They were putting her down, they were making her feel like she wasn't worth it and she couldn't do it. And that's just one example of where we're scared to receive because of other people's pressure. So if you're feeling stuck in this receiving struggle, I have a free self-worth reset workbook that helps you to gently explore and start shifting these beliefs. You can grab it through the link below, and if you want to dive deeper with one-to-one support, I'm here to help you reclaim your power and create the success you deserve without the guilt or the shame. And if you take one thing away from this message today, I want you to take this. I want you to remember that you're made to receive just as much as you give, and you're worthy of it all. So don't be hiding behind that, I shouldn't ask for more, because you really should. So take care, and I shall see you all again soon. Bye for now.